everyone. This is Nikki from Kinik Artworks, and I will be attempting to show you how I make my artworks. So today is October 1, and if a lot of people will know that October 1 is the beginning of Inktober. If you guys don't know what Inktober is, it is a art challenge that a lot of artists, they've probably seen on Facebook or Instagram, or where they get to draw 30 days straight or 31 days straight every day one artwork. And usually Inktober has a prompt, but I don't usually follow that prompt. I just kind of make up my own because I feel like there's too much pressure to follow that prompt, so I'd rather choose a prompt that I'd be comfortable with. And so online, I came up with asking a poll 2 days ago and asked my friends, what would you, out of these four topics I like, what topic would you like me to draw something particular? So I chose A, spiders, B, strange plants, C, music videos, and D was things around my house. So whatever topic was chosen, I'm supposed to either use them as a reference or help them inspire me to make my Inktober. I've decided, I have tons of these little small notebooks. I think I paid like 20 pesos, Philippine pesos, for this, and that's about I guess 50 pesos is $1 US, so 50 cents, about 50 cents for this very, very small notebook. I think it's maybe 4 by 5 inches. Anyways, I'm gonna use this as my Inktober sketchbook. I usually do Inktober. Sometimes I complete them, sometimes I don't. I think I've only completed 2 in my life since I started a few years ago, and the others sometimes I just go halfway. It's a really hard challenge. That's why I try to do it every year. Sometimes I make it and sometimes I don't. And this time, since I've been getting really serious with Kinik Artworks, I think I will hopefully complete this time. 2020 has been I guess you could say, challenging year. I don't have to tell you why, you probably already know. But yeah. Anyways, those who voted on my on my Facebook and my other social media, the winner of the topic was strange plants. So I decided to look on Pinterest and just basically look up all the weirdest plants I could think of that I like. And the first one I decided to choose for my Inktober 1 is white currants, and I will show you some of the pictures. So it's my first time seeing this, okay? I just pick and chose like these weird plants. So white currants is like they kind of look like grapes, or they're like berries, gooseberries. I didn't really do too much research, but it is a real plant because I got these from Google. So the reason why I chose these, because if you kind of look at them, they kind of look like eyeballs, like transparent eyeballs, and I thought, hey, that's pretty strange. Maybe I'll draw something weird. So these will be the reference pictures I got. I hope you could see it clearly. And yeah, I'm not gonna use pencil because 1, I didn't prepare a pencil, and 2, if I show you my setup there, if you see my setup, it's weird. So I'm just gonna put my thing here, my cell phone here, as my reference, and I'll be using some of my Mia gouache paints. You'll see this is off on the side, you can't see it, but it's just my cute little ink tray. It's very messy. And then I'm going to basically prepare the colors I'm going to use ahead. That way I don't have to keep remixing and spending too much time on that. And then I'm just gonna kind of go with what I see in the picture and see if I can make something cool out of that particular plant, the white currants. And here, this is just a lid of water. This is actually the lid of a peanut butter jar. Here, if anyone knows Lillian's peanut butter, one of the best peanut butter, that's the jar of it. That's the lid of it. Okay, so if you can see, I'm going to prepare the paint. I want to show you that I'm making the paint. Alright, it's very messy. I'm sorry. Here's my brush. I'm gonna get some water and just kind of get some. Let's make the picture looks like it has orange, so I gotta get some orange in there. A little different yarn. So like this is kind of my yellow palette area, so I'm just gonna put the yellow first. First I will get some water, prepare a little water here. You know what, I'm just gonna prepare the water for all of them so I don't have to keep bringing it. It's a little tedious, I know, but it works. So I just want to share with you while making this that the other day it will get better, these videos. Actually, if you seen the photo earlier, I'm using like books and 2 chopsticks and my small desk lamp to do this setup where you can watch overhead. But I did order already last week when I got paid for my job, my online job. I got an overhead camera with a ring light and I'm just so excited for it. And I can't wait to use it because then I don't have to use this really weird setup. Alright, so all 4 of these look like there's water. So I'm gonna keep the palette very limited. I'm gonna try my best not to muddle too many of the colors, because if you put too many colors when you're dealing with like gouache and watercolor, there's this tendency where it gets muddled and the colors, that's where people start saying your colors are getting muddied. It kind of makes them it loses the vibrance when you mix in too many colors. So I have this tendency to stick to the actual color from the box. Sorry, that didn't come out right. What I mean is the straight colors that I got here prepared, I try to stick to that many colors and not mix them too much, because if I go beyond like 3 colors, mixing 3 or more colors, it starts ruining the color of the paint and it makes it look grayish, and I don't want that. I want my colors to stay vibrant and colorful. So if I'm gonna use yellow, I use the pure yellow. I'm not gonna mix it up too much unless I want to add red and make it more orange. Okay, so let's start with the light colors first, preparing. So I'm gonna want an orange because in the Currants there's like an orange kind of hue, and here I think I'm going to put the orangey hue because there's already a red in it. So nice thing with Mia gouache paints is that once you add water to it, it reactivates. So you notice when there was some red here, and when I added some of the yellow there was already orange. And I just want to have not too strong a color, because I can always add on and add the strong colors later. Just kind of want it, these are just going to be washes. So those who don't know what a wash is, it's kind of a light watercolor guide, I guess you could say. You start out with, oh, you're getting out of frame. Okay. And painters, well, this is what I learned when was in college, you use washes. You use washes to kind of block out your composition. You'll get it you'll see when I get ready. I'm just preparing the color. So there's yellow. Let me just look at the image very quick. Sorry, I'm recording on my other phone, my audio, and I'm also using that same phone for looking at my reference. So I need yellow, orange, and then so usually I would use a pencil to make my artwork like guide, but you know what, I'm not gonna do a pencil today. I just want to, there, let's make green. I just want it to be kind of simple. It's Inktober, you're supposed to have fun with it. So yeah, I think maybe a little, and then a yellow green maybe. I don't know. It's my first time doing this too. I'm a little bit stressed, but a little stress doesn't hurt anyone. All right, let's. No, phone is slipping. Stay there. Okay. Okay, please don't move. Okay. I really can't wait for my overhead You know what? I need a clip. I really need a clip because it's falling. Wait. Okay, wait. Where do I get a clip? So I've decided for my Inktober I'm going to draw white Currants because the subject is strange. I chose to do strange plants this Inktober. So anything like that looks weird or freaky looking, that's what I've decided to draw every day. Right now I am preparing the colors. If you look at the white Currant, I'm going to put a picture here somewhere in the video. There is some white, kind of whitish, yellowish, orange, kind of weird. They look like translucent eyeballs. Right now I'm just kind of preparing the colors. Ready to be used. I'm not going to use a pencil. I'm just going to go straight in and try to just kind of go with how I feel. It's hard to explain when I say it like that because I know how I feel is different from what everyone else could be feeling right now. I'm just going to move this over a little bit. So I was mentioning that I have an overhead camera stand coming with a ring light. And I can't wait until it is here because then I don't have to do this weird ass setup, as you can see. But we make do because I really want to make a YouTube video and you know I can't wait for it. So I'm trying to make some darker greens here that I'll probably need. What am I missing? Oh yes, orange. Gotta clean that up a bit. Okay, some orange. Bring out some those darker greens. Maybe I'll get some yellow to get a lighter green too. Okay, so I'm not sure at this moment how I plan to, I guess you can say, make my plant. I find out it's just a bit too stressful for me if I think that far ahead. So I'd rather just kind of allow the colors kind of tell me what to do. Because I usually start probably with my yellow first, orange, and then end with the darker colors later. So, and I think I'll just leave this clear. Maybe just as a very blandish wash. Okay, so those are the colors I'll be using. If you look in the white Currant picture, it's gonna be very minimal because I want this design to be clean, if I can. All right, so let's get started. Here's gonna move this over, put this on my knee. All right, let's do this. Can I put this, can I move it, like, can I move just a bit? I don't know. Let's see if I can move this over a bit so I can just kind of work in this area. Give me a minute, guys. Just a little bit, just a little bit. Yeah, this will work. I think this will work. All right, let's see. The most, you know, scariest part about starting a painting is the blank canvas. But hey, just gotta jump in. All right, let me see. I'll look at my reference on my other phone while I'm recording. All right, so, all right, there's this one. So they're like little balls with transparent, with a little black dot, and they got lines, and they got a little orange in it. Okay, so this is what I'm gonna do. First, I'm gonna start out with my yellow. I don't know, this could be really bad or really good. I'm just gonna move my water over so I can grab it easier. Okay, and just gonna go with my yellow first. I'll make it really watered down so that it won't be so noticeable. So these, I'm gonna go, there's like a dot. Alright, this is gonna be the black dot. And then I'm just going to just get the general shape. Alright, I know it's not much now. I swear to you, there's going to be a reason why it starts out like this. Okay, so this is the dot, and then just kind of give me those white lines. Alright. Oh no, I pressed the button. Go back on. Okay. Alright, back. Let's see. Let's do. It's weird because I have the camera in front of me and I can actually watch what I'm painting, but I'm still looking on the side where I can actually see the actual painting. Hopefully this turns out alright. So the other choices that I could have painted for Inktober were spiders and music videos and things around my house. I don't know. A lot of people wanted to see what's around my house, and I was just like, it was just one of those, I need a fourth idea, and that was like the idea that came at me, and it almost came. It almost won, actually. It had like 6 votes. I had a poll, but the strange plants won. It had like 9 or 10 or something like that. I'm hoping that the strange plants turn out really nice, because, you know, if it doesn't, I'm gonna be so sad, but whatever. So the way I decided to use my references is that I'm not gonna particularly follow the plant. It's just gonna give me some inspiration to make some things that I might like, because I know that my art isn't for everyone, and I don't think that I should stress myself any farther than what I am willing to. I always felt that if people like it, they'll buy it. I don't have to force them. I don't have to tell them to buy from me or whatever. They'll just say, hey, I want it. Cool. because art is my passion, and as much as I'd like to make money from it, I also don't want to force it. I do make things that people do like if I come up with an idea and I think it's marketable, I would do that. But for this certain series, the Inktober, I feel like this is just something fun for me. I don't plan to sell it unless, there's a design that really looks nice on something. Yeah, maybe I will, maybe I won't. I really don't have a plan for that right now. This is actually the dot I'm kind of basing this on. So I really don't know if I'm doing this right, but alright. This is just the way I'm doing it. I'm just gonna make my own impression of what this plant brings to me. Hope that makes sense. Now I'm gonna use the blue-ish, kind of greenish thing to kind of make the circle. Let's see if I can do that, make something interesting. Let's just kind of we're gonna just kind of make this weird circular shape because they look like translucent grapes, Okay, we won't put too much. Alright, let's just kind of do this. Sometimes it doesn't even, sometimes you make a work, you have like an idea of how you want to do your work. You don't know, it doesn't always come out how you imagined it. But I always kind of enjoyed the surprise of what my hand does. Many of my works, believe it or not, come out better with the mistakes or the accidents. If you follow Feng Zhu, he always calls them happy accidents. And I always found that he doesn't sound so stressed. I know there's a perfectionist in me, but I've, through the years, just kind of learned to accept the imperfections with my art. And it's taken time. It's still with me. Like, I want it to be a certain way. I want it to look this look. But then it kind of, I don't know, loses personality. Or art is weird for me. I like to do it, but a lot of the art I make, I don't understand, but I just know it looks nice. Sometimes just understanding that it looks nice and you had a good time and you spent an hour and just by chance people like enjoy it too and they wonder like how the heck you did that. I really don't have a certain way to tell you how to do it because it's just me doing me. And I think that's the hardest thing for most people. Oh, I'm running out of water. I've always been very insecure with my art, if I had to be honest with you guys. See, I live with my husband. He's an amazing illustrator. I mean, he makes dragons and like things that people associate what real art is, like realistic stuff. And they are great artists. And I just feel like that we get in this situation, a lot of artists, we don't feel like we're good enough. What we draw is not good enough. It's not, no one's gonna like it because it doesn't look like what our idols or our favorite artists' artworks. It doesn't look like their work. And the sad reality is that our work is never going to be what our idols look like because that's theirs. We need to learn how to be happy with ours. You can use them as inspiration or a guide. Like, sometimes my favorite artists who are really good at like making portraits and stuff like that, I just admire them because of their color theory or how they put colors together or how they bring light into it, add personality. Those are the things I kind of like about them. I don't particularly look at them as like, oh man, that's so cool and they got the anatomy right and the perspective is awesome, because that, for me, that's not what turns me on as an artist. I mean, I would love to be a portraitist, but it's just like, not for me. Well, I used to do portraits, and frankly, I hated it. Because I'd rather have been doing, like, fun stuff like this. Playing with watercolor and just kind of making up my own thing. I've always kind of done that when I was a kid. Just doing my own thing. And I always felt like no one would, like, go for it. But strangely enough, we had a fundraiser a few years back for a friend. And we were selling our artwork to help with the fundraiser, and I just kind of joined in because my husband joined in, and it's a group of our friends, and I didn't think too much about it. I didn't think no one's gonna buy from me. Like, if they did, it's just because, oh, we don't want her to be like the only one not being bought artwork. But I had some artwork prepared for the event, and then I also brought some old artworks. And I brought some old artworks that I thought would be, interesting. They liked it. A lot of my friends really, like, took some time out to be like, hey, why aren't you not making these artworks bigger? Because they were small. Like, I guess I made them like postcard size. And I was using my, like, super expensive, I bought it on a impulse buy. I was metallic watercolor. It was like a German brand. If I can find it, I'll put it here on the photo. I made these really colorful, what you call it, pattern, like metallic patterns on black paper, and a lot of people bought it. They didn't even buy, like, the things I originally brought. It was so sad because I prepared it for like 2 weeks ahead. Like, I was making artworks. Actually, I was selling like really cheap bookmarks with just some artwork on it, and it was so sad. I mean, I had to like print it, and it was like cheap paper. And I was just selling it for like only like a quarter or something like that. And I didn't think no one barely, like, they just bought it as an afterthought after they bought my other drawings that I just brought for kicks. And that's what's so funny. I really, they were like, hey, this is really nice, why don't you make more of these? And it kind of amazed me because I was able to make pretty a decent amount of money that day. Of course, half of it I had to give for the fundraiser, but the other half, I was like, hey, I can get a good meal out of this. And it was so reaffirming as an artist to know that people liked your work, even though it was super weird for you. And I brought my other sketchbooks to, like, kind of just show people. I didn't even know if people would go for it, actually. I'm just making up my own lines here. I'm sorry if you noticed this. I'm just kind of making up my own lines right now. I don't know if this is gonna work. I'm just kind of doing my own design right now. Just kind of go in and put in leaves where I don't know if leaves are supposed to be. but this is a very dainty like work. Doesn't even look like what reference I came from, but you know, that's why I said it's just going to be an inspiration. It's not going to be an actual thing. Let me take a look at the reference real quick and see what other stuff I want to add to it. I don't know if this is something you guys would like enjoy if you've reached this. It's already 18 minutes. Oh my god. So there's like a dark orange dot, and then there's like lines, and there's like blue, and there's circles and stuff. Okay, that's nice. Alright, I'm gonna try to put that dark red in. Alright, I'm gonna get dark red. I'm going in for it. I'm going in for the kill, guys. Hopefully it doesn't ruin my artwork, because it seems like these things, it's so funny because it came out blue and the reference is like they're like whitish orange, but you know what, I don't care. It's my artwork. Inktober is supposed to be fun, so it's fun. I'm having fun. And you know, frankly, when you start using, if you earn a living from your art, I mean, a lot of us freelancers out there, fun is not part of the equation. And I think that's why a lot of us get burned out, is because we're always completing, you know, what our client wants. And of course they should get what they paid for. But I think we need stuff like this, like Inktober works, to just help us, remind us why we became artists again. To just not forget that these are like our babies, our mind babies. And we need to take care of it. Hey, it's actually working. The red. I like that. Okay. So, alright. Let's just do that. I think this is it. No, maybe this is it. Alright, I'm gonna call it. This is it. That's it. Alright. We need Inktober works, or just these little fun art challenges, to just help us, remind us the kid aspect, or the childish, fun, carefree aspect of this. I'd like to thank everyone that's still listening to me, hearing me ramble about my artwork and other philosophical stuff. Let's see this reference. So there's like these little lines. Can I want to add more orange to it. How do I do that? Maybe I'll just add dark. You know what? Instead of white lines, we're going to use dark. I'm going to get my small brush and start adding little details. Let's do blue, or maybe purple. Okay, I'm going in with blue and purple. Let me just get some blue in there and add more water. Oh my god. This is so fun. I really don't know how this is going to turn out, guys. I'm serious. I mean, there are so many great Inktober works I see out there. And I'm sure there are a lot of artists out there who like have this all figured out. But I don't. I'll be frank with you, I don't. And then just kind of like make those little spidery. We don't have white, we got dark blue. But it works. I just gonna make these little details to make that little grape-like veins coming through. Hey, that works. Yay. If you happen to notice, this sketchbook is not watercolor. That's why it does not absorb as well it should be. But I don't care. I have tons of cheap watercolor, I mean, not cheap watercolor books, cheap sketchbooks. I actually prefer the cheap sketchbooks because if I use the expensive sketchbooks, I have this pressure that I have to like draw amazing work, because then if I don't, then it's like, oh my god, I paid, I don't know, 10 or 20 bucks for a sketchbook and it has crap drawings in it. No, I'd rather have like cheap sketchbooks. I can have tons of cheap sketchbooks, and then I'll have like 1 or 2 pieces per sketchbook. That is, there are 1 or 2 pieces I could say I'm proud of that. Let's not look at the other crap, but I'm really proud of that one drawing. And then they'll be like, hey, this, maybe if I'm lucky, some people like look through my sketchbook and the crap that I find crap is amazing crap to them. And that's pretty cool too. Me and my husband are both hoarders of sketchbooks. I'll tell you now. And I think most artists could agree with me that we have this, I don't know, when you become an artist, they should tell us that you develop this obsessive need to hoard art materials and sketchbooks. It just happens, I guess. But that doesn't mean I'm so like uppity that I won't draw on anything, because there are times when I didn't bring a sketchbook and I'm in a restaurant and then there's these ideas and I'm like, just give me a napkin, and I just like bring the napkin with me with my sketches and ideas. And when I get home, if I'm not lazy enough, I actually really do follow through and make those designs, or at least write them down in my idea book or something. And that's the thing. I've noticed through the years, I really gotta like carry a sketchbook with me, because napkins don't, like, they don't survive. I throw them away later on. I don't think about it. I don't think artists, there's this weird thing where if you're forced to make art, no ideas came. I don't know why God made it like that way, but like, ideas don't want to come out at all, and you're like, I have a deadline, I need this idea now, or I have this idea, I want to figure it out now, and it doesn't work. But like, you're like, you know what, screw it, I'm not gonna do it today. I'm gonna go out, I'm gonna go and eat, I'm gonna go hang out with my friends, I'm gonna go shopping, whatever. Okay, so you go to the mall, you meet your friends, and then you know what they do? God's like, hey, I came up with the solution, and you're miles away from your art materials. So I've just made it a point to always kind of like bring my art materials with me wherever I go. Oh shoot, I did it again. Oops. I always keep pressing the light off because it's just a soft touch. Okay. Because when I don't have my art materials, I just kind of feel like I'm just shooting myself in the foot for forgetting. Because it's like, you knew it. You knew you were going to come up with these ideas. And you just didn't prepare hand. You just need to prepare it. Nikki, you just need to prepare it. Oh, that's a different color blue. That is weird. I'm going to have to fix that. It's... whatever. Okay. So we gotta have a darker blue in that area. That's fine. I can live with that. So these white Currants are not white at all. It's blue. Whatever. They still look like weird ass eyeballs. So it's cool. When I'm done with this, I'll put this in Photoshop and clean this up a bit and maybe make it a bit more vibrant. But so far, I'm okay and I'm happy with this. Wait, need more water on that. it's kind of weird. This is my first time like just kind of talking to myself, because I really wanted to share my process and kind of ideas with you. How I think, what I think. Most of the time when I'm making art, I'm not thinking about the art too. I'm thinking about like other things. Alright, let's see. What else do I want to add in here? Maybe we can add some dark green. I feel like we're missing some like dark colors. Yeah, let's take a look. Let's go look at the references. Hey, references. Where you at? Oh man, I've been talking for like 30 minutes. It's okay, I'm almost done anyways. I think I'm gonna get some dark greens up in there. Or dark blues. How about some purples? Alright, give me a minute, guys. I'll show you me preparing some colors. Let's put this on the side. I got off my leg. Alright. So, we're gonna add a background because the artwork looks a bit too pale for me, and when you add a dark background with a light subject, it just makes it look so much better. Pops. Let's make a green and a purple. Okay, let's try that. Let's make this. Yeah, gonna yank some water here. I gotta yank a lot of water. I'm gonna yank so much water. And then we're going to put the purple here, I guess. So we're gonna do a dark green, dark purple. And let's hope that brings out the weird effect. It's fine. I already told myself it's just gonna help bring just inspiration. Okay, so this is gonna be the purple and this is gonna be the green, dark green. So let's bring out the yellow, I guess. Oh, I just marked my hand. Okay, fine. Alright, just that. We're gonna put some more colors. There. Yeah, this looks like a really good color. And then we're going to get some purple blue, I guess. Kind of purplish. And then we're gonna get some there. Kind of like a dark blue, purple. So now that I've started making my Inktober without the pencil, I'm just decided I'm just not going to use the pencil for all of them, so they look somewhat cohesive in the end. They could turn out really. I expect always my first Inktober to kind of suck. It just so that I don't like disappoint myself. All right. I think this will do it. All right, let's put this on the side now. Put that there on my other knee. Now let's get to filling this in. I'm gonna fill these. Did it again. Alright guys, let's do this. Let's first add the greens. Let's just kind of make half of this greenish. Okay. Can you see it? I don't know if you can see it. Okay, there you go. Alright, we're gonna make the green first. We put the green because it's lighter than the purple. And we're just going to fill in all the white space. This is something I learned in college, that if you make a painting and you want it to look more complete, it's just kind of a trick. You don't have to always do it. If you want to make it look complete, remove all the white as much as you can. Color it in. Because there's this, if you leave white, too much white in your painting, there's this kind of incomplete look that comes out of it. Because my teacher always would tell me, like, add more of this or add a background because it looks so undone and unfinished. And I'm like, yeah, you're not going to give me a good score if I don't, right? So of course I'm going to do it. There are some artists who make that their art style to add a lot of white, and they make like minimalistic work, and that works too. But in academic wise, if the teacher says do it, we usually have to do it. That's the sucky part. But hey, my parents were paying a lot of money for my tuition, and I'm not gonna be hard-headed and not do what I have to get a good grade. And it also stops them from nagging me for not doing well, because art college here in the Philippines, it's about as expensive, or maybe more, than architecture or interior design. Or it's because of the materials, I guess. I really don't know why painting is super expensive. It just is. Maybe because it's one of those hobbies that people don't think it won't amount to much, but we still gotta make money in the university, so they gotta make it super high. I'll never know. I don't know how the academics choose the prizes, but that's how it is. Hey, I kind of actually like the purple, so I'm hoping that this background helps it kind of come out better. Green, kind of purplish background. If you notice, I like to leave a little white around my subjects, because I feel like it makes them pop more, highlights some of and you don't also lose the design language of what you were trying to say or draw in the first place. So you can still see like there's some stems here, or there's some leaves here. Those are kind of the reasons why I kind of always leave a little white in to kind of separate the shapes, because it retains the shape and you don't lose it. Because if you start meddling them all together, it just becomes one weird blob. I don't like that. So I like the purple, but I think I'm gonna make the green more darker. So let me just make a darker green, guys. Give me a minute. Bear with me. Bear with me. I'm gonna make this darker green. I really need a dark green. Throw in the... Okay, I think I've got it, guys. Because it's too close. The hue here and this hue of the stem is just too close. It's not dark enough. So we're just going to do that. There. Much. Yeah, you can really it can stick out now. I'm actually a very lazy artist. Sorry, guys. Because I don't like to change my brushes. I just kind of like, alright, just this is pretty good. I don't want to switch it because it gets get too comfortable. So anyone watching me that are beginners, because I try to look at my making art as more of a philosophy. Like, if you can follow this philosophy, you can do art. Like, if you want to earn money, yes, there's a formula for that, for sure. I mean, you gotta have a certain amount of skill. But if you just want to paint for yourself, that doesn't mean you can't still make money from it. Feel like if you want to just do it your own way, your own style, it just will take longer. And if time is not a problem for you, then sure. Time is precious. I don't deny that. Time is precious, but I mean, do art because you enjoy it. Do it because it makes you happy. Money and everything else is money and fame and whatever. It's just a bonus. If you follow that kind of philosophy like I have, I've been more happier that way. because it helped me get out of the comparison game. Oh, I'll never be as good at this, and then and it's just not worth it health wise. Okay, I'm about to call this done, guys. I like it. I'm not gonna, if I mess with it anymore, it's not gonna look nice. I'm gonna call this done. Thanks for staying with me and listening for so long. Okay, bye. Inktober 1. Inktober, white Currants. Done. 1.